Hello, welcome to today's video diary for finding my way with PIE, purpose, intention, and emotion. Today, I am thinking about this feeling of just knowing I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and what it feels like to be doing work that I love. And actually, I can compare this just a little bit with how I felt energetically as I was working on some things today. So first, I had picked out something to read that took a lot of concentration and a lot of effort, and that in and of itself is not bad, but it was like draining. It was super draining for me. And then I want to I can't even speak, compare and contrast that feeling with what it felt like when I got into flow, when I got into lost track of time because I was so absorbed in the task that I was doing, and what was the difference between the two. So on one, I was reading, and the first one I described, I was reading. It was written quite a long time ago in not like the language we use today, and also quite a lot of references to things that were going on in that time. So my brain just didn't easily flow over it, right? It was like, certain titles or names of things within this essay, and my brain would stop and go, what is that? And try to make some sense and understanding of what they were talking about. Again, not in and of itself a bad exercise, quite simply just that it took a lot of my energy and it was super draining and not easily understood, just requires a lot more effort to understand it. Contrast that with something where I dropped into flow, and what was the difference? So the other thing I was doing was building a guided exploration lesson plan around Helen Keller's essay, 3 Days to See. Now that essay touches on topics that I love, love, love. They come naturally to me. I love talking about gratitude, appreciation, self-discovery, self-exploration, stretching oneself to see things from a new perspective, etc. And that is very much what that essay embodies. And I also love teaching, and I love presenting and guiding conversations like that. I also love self-discovery. It is one of my passions. Know thyself. And I think when we can do that, we can just show up better in the world. So I just dropped right into the essence of what I was working on, and it challenged me just enough because I had an end goal I was working towards and specific steps that I worked through in order to get to the finished product, which is a lesson plan and guided exploration. And I'm saying lesson plan. Yes, a lesson plan, but basically it was just planning a guided conversation where I'm not a lecturer per se, I'm just a facilitator, asking questions and hearing what others contribute and seeing them discover within themselves through discussion and contemplation of the questions, as well as study of the essay. That has to come first so that we can have the conversation when we all come together. But yes, so building that plan, I loved it. So understanding the types of activities and work that is good for me, that gives me energy, that fuels me, those are the things that I love. And this is an important point, I believe, for anyone. If you're ever like, if somebody says, well, what do you love doing? And you're like, I don't know how to answer that question. It's only because we're not necessarily taught how to pay attention to what lights you up inside. Rather, it's like, this is the prescribed path and this is how we achieve, and we're gonna put our heads down and do it anyways. You can't love everything you do, right? Well, true, but you can pay attention to what lights you up inside and what you really enjoy doing. So that is what I wanted to just observe today and understand for myself. And it's pretty neat to see the types of activities that I do when I drop into flow. It is things like writing poetry. It is things like building discussion plans and lesson plans. It is things like creating a talk and a speech to provide. Things like that. I just really enjoy doing, and it's great because it's kind of fitting perfectly with the vision that I have of where I'll be going on my own journey here, now that I have left the corporate world to pursue my own. So find your flow, find where your energy gravitates, and begin to pay attention to that over time, and you'll start to see the types of things that you love doing, which is helpful because maybe then you can kind of slot some more of your time into those things and or job craft your way into doing more of those things that feel better naturally for you, instead of pushing against doing things that maybe don't come as naturally to you. Work in your strengths. I don't think you should try to be something you're not. Work in your strengths. Anyhow, thanks for being with me on this journey. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope it helps you too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.